A week before If came out in theaters, my family and I attended a family screening of the movie at Paramount Studios. It was really cool. It was my daughter's very first time seeing a movie in a movie theater, and they had a lot of fun activities for us to do ahead of time. After watching the movie, we realized a lot of the activities were really almost spoilers for what we were going to see in the movie. In my previous video, I focused on the fun event and activities at Paramount, but in this video, we'll be giving you our initial reactions after seeing the movie If, such as our favorite parts. Then I'll go into more detail about the plot and include a few spoilers. Don't worry, there'll be a spoiler alert. It was my husband and I and our 9-year-old son and our 5-year-old daughter. We just saw the movie If at Paramount Studios. And Molly, what did you think of the movie? Who was your favorite imaginary friend in the movie If? Was it the unicorn? Or was it this guy? Who are you holding?
Blue and the unicorn. I call the sign blue because it's saying blue, but he's purple.
He is purple. They even say that in the movie, that he's blue, but he's purple.
And also my favorite character was the one with the tutu and the ballet slippers.
Oh, the tutu and the ballet slippers? Yeah, the first one we meet, right? I really liked the part towards the end where the unicorn made the rainbow.
Yeah,
that was fun. Yeah. And let's see, my favorite part was kind of just the whole ending, and there were some fun twists along the way that I didn't see coming.
My favorite part was probably, well, I had two favorite parts. One, the humor, and two, like, I like, not gonna spoil it, but like, kind of like Mom, the ending.
Yeah.
It was really sweet.
I think it was appropriate for adults. It had a lot of adult themes that adults are gonna relate to.
Yeah, a good family movie.
Yeah. And
a good father-child movie too, like with Father's Day coming up in a month. I don't know how long the movie will be in theaters, but it would be kind of a good Father's Day movie.
Right. And the last joke of the movie, I just smiled. I was waiting for them to pay it off, and I wasn't sure. I kind of wondered where the story was going to go with what they were doing, and the last laugh was just.
That was really good.
It really put a bow on it.
I did not see that coming, but it was perfect and it was great. And the Ryan Reynolds character has some interesting twists along the way that I kind of didn't know about ahead of time. So that was fun too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Some fun surprises. You may think you know what to expect, but you don't.
Mom, another of the posts that were appropriate was the post where the grandma was telling the daughter about like the painting she did on summer. And I think that was appropriate because we got to paint.
Yes, they had some fun activities here at Paramount before the movie, and after seeing the movie, a lot of them really relate to the movie. Like how they had painting and coloring for the kids, and the girl in the movie really liked to paint, and how they had croissants, and Blue has a relationship with croissants.
Chess, like with the boy, like the chess.
Yeah, the toys that they had outside and stuff, the chess set, yeah. So it all really played into the movie. And
but the horse is kind of like the unicorn.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah. I loved it. So I learned a few things in the movie that I did not know from the movie trailer. And there are some twists and turns along the way, so if you do not want to know what happens, please stop watching, check the description box, and look at my video without spoilers. So first of all, the one thing that I didn't know before watching the movie is that John Krasinski is a character in the movie. The main character, they call her B. Her name's Elizabeth. They call her B. She is the daughter of the John Krasinski character. And then the first if, which means imaginary friend, the first if that she sees is this girl that looks like a dancer with butterfly wings. So the movie starts really slow and sad. But give it a chance. If you are watching this in a movie theater, you're probably not going to get up and leave the movie theater. But if you happen to be seeing this on a streaming service after the fact or something and you're watching it, give it a chance. It does start kind of slow and sad, which they don't tell you about in the trailer, because who would want to watch a slow and sad movie that's supposed to be fun for kids? Like, my daughter turned to me after a few minutes of the movie and she's like, when are we going to meet the imaginary friends? Don't worry, you will. It's coming. It's worth it. It's a fun ride. It wasn't scary. My daughter gets really scared easily. It wasn't scary. So B, her mom ends up dying of cancer. And so she's living with her dad. And then when the bulk of the movie is happening, her dad is in the hospital. He's not going to die. He's just having surgery. But he's in the hospital. So B is staying with her grandmother. And she hasn't been there in years. But she kind of gets to reconnect with her childhood while she's there, and that's where the imaginary friends come in. Throughout the entire movie, we meet a bunch of different imaginary friends, and she is led through this journey by the Ryan Reynolds character, whose name is Calvin. So when I was watching the movie, I was thinking it's a little bit weird that we're showing a 12-year-old girl hanging out with this older man, and we're kind of just okay with it. But as the movie goes on, you kind of find out why this is okay. So go with me for a minute. The Calvin character takes her through this journey of meeting all these other imaginary friends, and they decide together that they are going to reunite the imaginary friends, not with other children, because that doesn't end up working, but they are going to reunite them with their original child who is now all grown up. And so they go on a mission of finding the adults that created these imaginary friends and reintroducing them to the imaginary friends. For example, Blue, which is the big purple guy who's named Blue, and they actually say in the movie, "But you're purple." And he's like, "I know." And turns out his boy was colorblind, so he named him Blue. It's kind of funny. At the event before the movie, they had a lot of different activities and food, and a lot of it really related to the movie. For example, Blue's boy, who created him, his parents had a bakery, and they made butter croissants. And so Blue says they ate a lot of croissants. So there's a scene in the movie where they're trying to reunite Blue with the grown-up version of the boy who created him, the adult version. They're sitting in a waiting room, and they bring croissants with them. It's really kind of emotional and sweet, and it's just a lot of fun thinking about like your own childhood and kids growing up and us all being kids at heart, which with that in mind, the John Krasinski character is silly like throughout. He is really silly. The dad finishes surgery. It's time to go home. They pack everything up. B goes up to a upper floor, which is where she had been hanging out with the imaginary friends. And she opens the door, but no one's there. This is where she first met Calvin. And she sees another lady there who we met earlier in the movie and seemed a little mean and scary. And she says that no one lives there. Then, as she's about to leave and get in the car, this is the big twist, I'm going to tell you, they're doing Sixth Sense. No, the B character is not seeing ghosts, she's seeing imaginary friends. And there's one big payoff to this that really reminded me of Sixth Sense towards the end of the movie. I'm not going to completely give it away, but you might be able to figure it out. I kind of guessed what was going to happen about halfway through the movie. It all comes rushing back to her when she sees a picture she painted as a child. Oh, and it seems like the dad maybe never lost his imaginary friend because he's silly and childlike throughout the entire movie. I don't think he ever lost his imaginary friend. I think he always knew he was there. He doesn't actually need to be reunited, which is really sweet as well. So I really liked the movie. I know you watched this for spoilers, but I still recommend seeing the movie. It's one thing to have someone tell you about it. It's another thing to experience it yourself. It was a great family-friendly movie, and I'm really glad we saw it. Thanks, Paramount. It was so much fun. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified about upcoming videos about fun events and activities in Southern California and beyond. Let me know if you'd like to see more movie reviews as well. See you next time.